We get ready for NBA action here on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It'll be the Denver Nuggets facing off against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now let's get out to Los Angeles to listen to Kevin Harlan with today's broadcast.
On to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for Denver, Steve Blake is out there with Allen Iverson. And it's Marcus Camby, an unbelievable rebounder and defender, holding it down at the center. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Nene, and at the power forward position. And looking at the Lakers, and inside a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game, all-star center, Andrew Bynum. It's his first official game as a starter. Then there's Luke Walton, and it's Odom at the...
Well, you look at the Lakers' struggles last season, I think it surprised most of us. You know, some of it was injuries, part of it was just a lack of production off the bench, then there was the inconsistency of the coaching and just the number of different people who are on that bench. So, difficult season for the Lakers.
So the Lakers win the tip. Parker kicks it to Odom. Passes it to Bynum. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Camby. Blake with it. He's picked up by Parker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, this guy's an animal on the glass, Kevin. I mean, there may be some bigger and stronger rebounds in the NBA, but nobody plays with this kind of energy and zeal.
And you've also got to love what a low poker he is. If one of your shots, you remember it. He sends them into the stands to make a point.
And you look at the struggles of the Lakers bench last season when injury struck. They didn't have the players really to fill that void.
Yep. You know, Kevin, I think for the Lakers, the bold strokes for the star players have been impressive, but it's the fine details of finding undervalued role players. That's where they've been lacking. Once injuries happen, that was thrown into sharp relief. And really, even when healthy, to win a title, you can't just have a great starting five. We know that. You need another 4 or 5 players you can count on to give you quality minutes.
Now Anthony, after the missed 3 from Parker. Anthony, Walton defending, steps back and shoots. Walton with the steal. And here comes Odom, late in the fast break, gets it to go.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on deep.
And here's Denver. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Phil Jackson. We went over the matchups in tonight's game. And when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body. He's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the other. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
All right, Doris.
No, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Iverson passes to Carmelo. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Kobe kicks to Parker. Drains the three-pointer. Parker's got his first 3 points of the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Now here's Anthony. Feeds it to Iverson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Now here's Odom. That trap spins just points of the night. over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
You know, you might have expected a team that finished third in the West to have a positive road record, but the Nuggets last season finished South 100 with the Pepsi Center.
Kobe against Iverson, off his foot, and the refs whistling a kickball. Blazes checked in for Nene. Here's Blake. And it's off the back rim, no good. Well, Clark, as you said, with the Nuggets on the road, 19-23 record for them on the road. Was the difference between them and the Thunder, Steve, in that division?
Well, they were so dominant at home, Kevin, and they opened just with their style of play and the altitude. But it's just tough to go out and play that same style on the road where you're running constantly. You're just more vulnerable defensively when you play that style when you're out on the road than you do when you play it at home.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
And while it wasn't the biggest win streak of the season, the Nuggets did have a pretty good rampage of their own from the end of February into March. And because it happened when the Heat were doing what they were doing, the Nuggets kind of flew under the radar.
Well, free throws, good from Anthony. Well, as you said, the Nuggets put together their big 15-game winning streak. But, you know, Steve, since it happened, when the Heat rattled off their big push, nobody really even seemed to notice.
That's right. It might have worked out in their favor anyway, Kevin, because that win streak really put them into here in a third spot in the West. Probably was nice not having the media focused on them and wanting to talk to them every day about what was happening in the Western Conference.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Dishes it to Iverson. Back to Anthony. Anthony right side. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Anthony's got 6 points.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
You know, something else with him, you can't forget about his skill as a pull-up shooter. I mean, you give him too much room, and he won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that jet.
And it's Evans missing.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Down low. And Carmelo Anthony again. Anthony's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Vujacic. Defensive rebound. Good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Here's Anthony, and he makes good on the layup. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Lakers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Well, and they were 74% free throw shooting as a team last year, so those numbers could come up.
A free throw good from Brown. Denver making a switch here.
Hey, yo, Travis, what's up?
And Brown drops them both. Here's Iverson. Shot is off. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The Nuggets on top, leading by just 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Now here's Iverson. Shot clock at 6. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Iverson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Denver.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season in 12-13. Despite despite that, they protected Staples. Playing in front of the Hollywood Stars has always been an energy boost for the Lakers, and they made the most of it even though they struggled away from home.
And the shot is long.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Launches it, and that one's good. Vujacic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Clark, as you said, with the Lakers very good at home last season in what would be one of their very few bright spots on the year. They'd go 29-12 in Staples Center, which Steve put them in the top third of the league for home wins.
Well, Kevin, when you come into Staples as a visitor for a Lakers game, there really is a kind of a different feel. I mean, if you're the opponent, you look up at all those banners, you look over at all the celebrities on the side, that theater lighting. It's a pretty cool spot, and teams sometimes, I think, can kind of get carried away.
And here is Johnson after the three-pointer from Evans. Johnson kicks to Iverson. They get the rebound. Evans. Here's Pomar, who's guarded by Johnson. Really left the lane that time. And now a 5-point Laker lead.
Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on the shot, and it doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
Denver calls timeout. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Here's Iverson. He's got 5.
Taylor about the fucking flex.
Johnson outside.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough. And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Steve Blake's checked in for Denver. Here's Evans. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And there's Lamar Odom on the assist by Walton.
Well, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
Now here's Iverson. Off the run. Here's Nene, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Nene's got his first points of the game. Vujacic dishes to Walton. There's the pass to Odom. On deep. The rebound by Blake. The Nuggets trail by 5. Blake off the pick from Nene. Off the screen. Iverson with the bucket. Iverson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of that.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the Nuggets making a change here. Camby's checked in. .152 left in the second quarter. Here's Kobe. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Kobe's got 6.
Mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive. It has not been an easy quarter for them, at least offensively speaking.
Shot is off. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 5. Iverson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Now going back to the Lakers in the West, they would end with a 28-24 record, Steve, against the rest of the conference. That record right to the rest.
Well, and that record was really the big reason that they were able to catch up to Utah and end up passing them for the last playoff spot. And, you know, Laker fans might not be happy with how quickly they exited the postseason, getting swept by the Spurs, but, you know, they did make a good push at the end of the season just to get in.
A shot by Odom, no good. The Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. There's 3 of 9. 44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Camby, a screen on Walton. 5 on the clock. Camby fires. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Pass to Kobe, and there's the feed to Odom. And Walton kicks to Vujicic. Off target from three-point range. Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter in the field. Rejected by Odom, and they get it back. That's good. The Lakers trail. Outside, Kobe. Connects, the jumper drops. Kobe's got 4 points in the quarter. It's back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back-and-forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
And the first half ends in a close one. Lakers lead by 1. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Halftime at Staples Center in a close one. Welcome, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce. Los Angeles in front against Denver. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. Their top scorer, Kobe Bryant. And what a game from Lamar Odom. Also, a strong first half for Denver. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. Carmelo Anthony laying his thing down. Always a threat to go off in any given game, and he hasn't disappointed. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to nighttime view of glistening downtown Dallas, Texas. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
Nuggets trail. Gets to Nene. Nene left side. Shot from 12. Anthony slams it home for the putback. And Steve, this game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here.
Yeah, 6 in total, so this is good. A great game. Both teams playing hard and really competing out there.
One thing that stood out with the Nuggets, guys, is how they rebounded the ball. They had a number of guys that could just attack that glass. And when you have guys that are hungry and resilient and relentless, you get a lot of rebounds.
Parker drives in. Kobe. And the pass to Odom. He dishes it to Kobe. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. Well, guys, back to the Nuggets. They are decent, or just run-of-the-mill when it comes to defensive rebounding. But what makes them such a handful, Steve, to deal with on the glass is their offensive rebound. Number 1 in the league last season.
It's kind of the approach for George Karl. Run at all costs and attack the glass, both on the boards and in transition. And I think that's one of the reasons they developed the identity that they did as a team. They were a nightmare to deal with. They just came at you in waves.
Now here's Anthony. 12 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Anthony's got 14 points.
played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And again, Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
You know, last season, an NBA owner, and we won't name who it was, mentioned that the Lakers could potentially amnesty Kobe Bryant. Now, he knew that he is still a top shooting guard and plays like a superstar, but his contract really is up there at almost $30 million this season.
Blazes checked in for Nene. Here's Blake. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. It's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. J.R. Smith's checked in for Steve Blake. Canby dishes to Smith. Ball's not loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Well, we know the Lakers have got, Steve, a lot of issues with their camp. It's only going to get worse this year and continue to spiral in the wrong direction. There's even been talk among the writers that come to the Lakers about the possibility of amnestying Kobe Bryant.
I can't imagine. He's played his entire 17-year career here in LA. 5 championships, one of the all-time great Lakers. It's a cap question. Do they want to spend all that money for a player who's going to miss a lot of the regular season with that Achilles injury?
And so timeout called the Lakers.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Kobe attacking, goes up to the stripe. It's some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. And now a 3-point Laker lead. Iverson outside. Anthony. Walton's there. Anthony kicks to Canby. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Steve Blake in for Denver. That one is no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance. I like what we're seeing.
6 to shoot. Kobe's shot is off.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Odom against Anthony. Smith. The dish to Blake. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Kobe Bryant.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? He's got 14 points and 1 assist.
And he's making this his personal game right now.
Yeah, it's his world. He's doing whatever he wants to out there, guys.
No good on that one. And the Nuggets making a change here. And the second free throw, good.
Well, even though he couldn't get them all to fall, he did at least make it a 2-possession game.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Iverson kicks to Anthony to stop the drought. Here's Nene.
I think they've got to get back to what they were doing in the first half if they want to win this game. I mean, they're shooting it poorly, and that's really due to the fact that they've not been as sharp in their execution.
Here's Kobe, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Diawara. In-chin shot, and it's Nene getting it to go in. Nene's got 6.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Kobe kicks it to Odom. Kobe, Iverson covering. Blake with it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. pass to Iverson. Nene. Back to Iverson. Shot clock at 5. Kobe comes with a double team for the lead. For the tie. No good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Lakers ahead. They lead by 2. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
He kicks it to Farmer. Stolen by Canby. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's sent back by Kobe. Here's Iverson. Here's Farmer from downtown. Hits the bucket. Farmer's got the 4th quarter started here with buckets for Los Angeles.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Here's Anthony. Iverson. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 12 points for Iverson.
Seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and-ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
Denver calls timeout. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to work hard.
Try your zone.
The Nuggets making a switch here. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
14 feet away. Rebounded by Brown. Los Angeles leading by 4. Kobe attacking. Smith with some nice D. Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Now Blake. Back to Smith. He passes to King. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 6 points for Canby.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Here's the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Renee setting the pick for Anthony. He feeds it to Canby. They get it again. Renee. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Iverson's checked in. Iverson against Kobe. Pulls it from the elbow. And there's another one for the Lakers.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Iverson passes to Carmelo. Covered by Vujacic. Here's Anthony. Here's Canby. He hangs. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Kinsler makes both from the line.
He's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
Walton, covered by Anthony. Rejected by Anthony. Walton dishes to Vujacic. Second shot opportunity. And Kobe Bryant again. Kobe's got 21 in the game.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Iverson against Kobe. The drive by Iverson. They are pulled in by Los Angeles.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Here's Walton. And that one comes up a bit short. The Nuggets trail by 5. Blake kicks to Iverson. Passes it to Blake. Feeds to Nene. Dishes to Blake. 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Iverson. From deep three-point range. Here's Canby. No good. Nice D from Odom. Los Angeles leading by 5. And Walton kicks to Brown. Vujacic back to Brown. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shot by Odom, no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
That's a huge shot.
And that put a hush over the crowd.
Yeah, the volume's been turned down in this building in a big hurry.
Kobe against Iverson. Here's Kobe. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
And here's Iverson outside. Again, Iverson missing. And that's an intentional foul. First one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Denver calls timeout. They're losing by 7. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Again, Iverson missing.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Anthony right side. And Walton sends it back. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Blake. Can't get at the ball. And so the Lakers take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.